There was a time when my life was pretty ordinary. Yeah, some good things were happening. I lived in a beautiful part of the world, had a loving family around me, but I distinctly remember a day in my early 40s when I dared to take a good look at my life. I dared to wonder what the future might hold for me. What, I wondered, would things be like 5 years from now if I carried on doing the same old thing? I wondered about my dreams, my passions, and why I'd left them on the shelf. I wondered why I'd decided along the way that I could be content with normal. That led me to make some changes. I began to realize that this was a key moment in my life. And if ever there was going to be a time for change, it was now. But I also realized that if anything was really going to change for the better, then I had to look inside myself. I had to look at my attitudes and beliefs, the mindsets I'd developed over the years that had formed these foundations that I'd built my life upon. Foundations that were now looking a little bit shaky. And so began a journey, an incredible, life-transforming journey of personal and spiritual growth as I learned to break free of my past and embrace the possibilities of a brighter future. The journey has been slow at times, the unfolding process of redesigning my life and reshaping my thoughts and tuning into my dreams. It's been long and at times challenging, but I'd do it again if I had to. Along the way, piece by piece, as if building a jigsaw puzzle without the picture, I've been able to discover and unearth a truer, more authentic me. The me that lay buried under layers of doubt, duties and false beliefs that I'd accumulated over the years. Discovering your truest self is an incredible process. Yes, it involves a lot of soul-searching, trying and not being afraid to make mistakes, wandering here and there like a ship at sea trying to find its course. But that true you is there beneath, waiting patiently, the true you that loves and laughs and sings and plays the clarinet and writes poems and tells funny stories. That true you that hasn't given up on life. At my core, I love adventure. Fun, trying new things, messing with cool gear, playing the guitar loudly. I've discovered I'm creative. I thrive on writing, photography, pulling ideas out of the air and turning them into something real just for the joy of it. This child doesn't understand targets and goals, doesn't really understand doing things just because you think you ought to. And he doesn't ask if it can be done or if it should be done. He doesn't look at budgets or deadlines or distances. To him, anything's possible because he lives in a world of possibility. The world is a big, grand place waiting to be discovered, and he's the adventurer who won't stop at anything. Over the last 5 years or so, I've written books, built websites, taken up photography again. I even started learning the piano, and all along I've been exploring this thing called personal growth as I've pushed the boundaries on my life and kept on pushing. My personal journey is an exploration as I discover what it means to be a creative human living in a universe of possibility and potential. It's about a new kind of faith, expansive living, caring for our world and each other. I realise I haven't got everything right over the years, and that's not really the point. We will make mistakes, if they are mistakes, take wrong turns, make bad decisions. It's what we do afterwards that makes the difference. If you ever felt that you needed permission to dream of a better, more abundant and creative life, then now is the time to give yourself that permission. Don't wait for anyone else. What I do here on YouTube, on medium.com and on my website is to pull together resources, teaching, inspiration to encourage you on your journey. I don't pretend to have all the answers. Instead, I'd like you to feel that we're companions on the journey. Just for a time, we might walk beside each other for the next mile or the next 10, but I'm on my journey, you're on yours. So to wrap up, life can be bigger, wider, deeper. I invite you to join me in discovering how. Let's learn to shake off the self-imposed limitations and embrace possibility and live a bigger life. Let's embrace that sense of seeing yourself as an important part of the larger community. Life can be wider. And let's look inside at those deep places in the heart where we connect to that divine source of creativity, that higher power, and live a deeper life. This channel's for anyone who wants to break out of the normal life and discover a bigger way of living. Here I share my personal journey, my experiences, insights I've gained, my creative pursuits, spiritual growth, and much more. And it's all here for you to encourage you on your journey. Thanks for joining me.